That photo was taken in my classroom. The set behind her, all those colors, that geometric pattern on the walls and the floor, I built that to teach scale factor to my math class. It was a school project. The cleaning staff needed to shampoo the floors over Easter break, so I had about an hour and I had to tear the whole thing down. So I texted Aliyah. She showed up with 2 outfits and we shot it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we built 2 completely different looks in one classroom under an hour, the lighting, the decisions, and what I would do the same way again. Aliyah was actually one of my students, and that was a long time ago now. She's been modeling since high school, but she's deep into university now, and it's been a while since we've shot together. When I showed her a photo of the set, she was immediately in. I knew she would show up with something good. She's an art student, a thrifter, she has a great eye, and she did not disappoint. She showed up with 2 outfits, 2 setups, 2 completely different moods, 1 session. If you've ever had a location or a setup that was only going to exist for a short window, this is exactly how you make the most of it. Now, I can't really say that I had a short period of time to shoot with this thing. I just procrastinated until the cleaning staff said, we got to get it out of here to clean my classroom. So remember, procrastination never helps you. So the set itself is 3-sided with a floor, all painted in this bold geometric pattern. Lots of color, lots of angles. I built it in my classroom, so it's not huge, but it's big enough to shoot a single subject in it. For the lighting, I kept it simple. A hair light up high behind, above the set, pointing down at her, and a 36-inch softbox as my key light shooting straight into the set from the front. That's it. 2 lights, nothing complicated. The set is doing most of the visual heavy lifting anyway, so I didn't want the lighting to fight it. The second setup, the white backdrop with a purple gradient, I will walk you through that when we get there. It's a different mood entirely, and the lighting change is worth seeing in context. I built this set once, but I got 2 uses out of it. First, it was a math construction class project. The kids built it as a part of a scale factor lesson. Then later in the semester, I used it again for my cosmetology English class. There was a hair makeup project, and we shot with it with my students in the afternoon. I do not usually share the students' work publicly. For my professional portfolio and Instagram, I always use models. My students are more like the test subjects. I work out the lighting, figure out what the set actually does, find the problems before the real shoot happens. So that by the time Aliyah showed up, I already knew exactly how the space behaved. That is actually a workflow worth stealing if you teach or have people around you who will let you practice. Figure out your location on low stakes, run first, then bring in your subject. Because I knew Aliyah, her style, her taste, and the fact that she thrifts and has a great wardrobe, I did not have to do much prep on the wardrobe side. I just showed her the set and let her figure it out. She showed up with a retro jacket and matched the energy of the set perfectly. Then she had a second outfit for the color backdrop shoot. We used both. When you know the subject that well, the shoot moves faster and the images feel more collaborative. You're not pushing them towards a look, you are just meeting them where they already are. She's also a very experienced model, so I really don't need to do a whole lot. She knows how to pose, she knows what looks are gonna look good. I just gotta find the right angle on it. After we wrapped up that set, I moved her onto this white backdrop. I had it set up to shoot the next day anyway, and I wanted to give us something different to work with. A different mood, a different image, more variety in the final gallery. So we moved over and shot it. I threw a 7-foot umbrella with a purple flexi gel onto the backdrop to give us a gradient. Then I added a pink flexi gel as a hair light and kept the same 36-inch softbox at a 45 degree as my key. The thing that I want beginners to take from this is, if you already have a second setup built, shoot it. You can always cut the frames out later. You cannot go back and reshoot a setup that you walked away from. So 3 things that I want you to take from this shoot. First, Get more than one use out of your setups. I built that set once and shot it twice before it came down. Would I have liked a couple more? Of course. If you have a location, a backdrop, or a set that is already built, think about who else you can bring in before you pack it up, or you're forced to pack it up. Second, know your subject before you show up. I didn't have to direct Aliyah into the wardrobe or a vibe. I just showed her the set. She figured it out. That only works because we have a history and I know how she thinks. The more you shoot with the same person, the faster and better your sessions get. And third, when the second setup is already live, shoot it. The purple backdrop took maybe 5 minutes to transition into. I just had it. If I just packed up after the first set, we would have missed the entire second gallery. Do not walk away from a setup that is already built. Here are some of the final images that we settled on. She really liked the retro style editing. For me, I don't know if I like the grain as much, but we met in the middle. And then once we moved to the white backdrop, this is a completely different feel. I edited it a little bit different. The purple gradient gives a nice little touch to it. So the hair light is doing a little bit of work, separating her from the background. And for this one, there was no grain on the images, so her skin comes out a little bit smoother and nicer. 2 outfits, 2 setups, 1 session. I am pretty happy with how it all came together. The whole thing happened because I was scrambling to get a shoot in before I was forced to take down this set. If you've ever turned something random or temporary into a shoot location, tell me about it in the comments. I'm curious what people have pulled off with unconventional spaces. My name is Chris Hartman. I am a photographer and a high school teacher in Regina, Saskatchewan. And if you want to see more shoots like this and breakdowns like this one, hit the subscribe button and follow along. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.